Volleyball fans, welcome to PalaVesuvio, neighbor of Ponticelli, Naples. Last day and last game for the 5th edition of City Volleyball Champions Cup Finals. The best city volleyball teams in Europe are here to lift this trophy in this, after this great 3 days of games. To compete for the most important club in tournaments in Europe. Last day of games on today with the semifinals and finals for the placings from the 1st until the 8th. We are now approaching the big final for the title between two Bosnian teams, both from Sarajevo. Favorite probably OKI Fantomi Sarajevo and KSO Spid Sarajevo. This is the final act of this amazing tournament. 3 days of games, 8 games every day, which set the final standings and placings until this moment. The ranking, while there is still the 3rd place final on course. In 8th place, Karaman Özel İdare Spor Kulübü from Turkey. 7th place, OKI Zagreb from Croatia. 6th place, Auron CMC Paravolley from Poland. And 5th place, TSV Bayern Leverkusen from Germany. At this moment, Isanti, Ortopedie Nola and Kiev, Ukraine are playing the game for the 3rd place with the Ukrainians in front 1-0 and in front 15-10 in the counts of the point in the second. We are ready for the start of this big final, starting with OKI Fantomi in the serve. The set and the spike is out for Ali Bajic. So the first point is for Spid. Go in the serve with Asim Medic. Once again, Ali Bajic. The point is for OKI Fantomi. 1-1. It's impressive how many top players in the sport we are having in this final. Great spike. From Adzic. The set for Duran, contained by Shinobrnia. Point is for Spid. 3-1 in favor of Spid Sarajevo. The set, this serve for Manco. The block down the net for Gino. And another point for KSO Spid. Again, Duran blocked. Powerful spike. Okay, Fantomi can attack. The block once again. What a start for Spid this time. Zevad Hamcic. 5-1. 6-1. The smooth touch on the other side for Sejfic. Timeout called by Merseyside. 6-1 the start for OKI Fantomi. Down by 5. And KSO Spid is very focused in the start. It has been a great tournament here with these two Bosnian teams, protagonists now of the big final. Bosnia and Herzegovina is the main country in Europe about sitting volleyball, especially for the men. Bosnian men's cities volleyball teams dominate international competition all around Europe, probably because the sport was adopted as a primary tool for resocialization and rehabilitation for the war survivors and landmine victims following the 92-95 conflict. Back live, the attack for OKI Fantomi, putting the ball on the ground with Chanchar snapping the turn in the serve for Spid. Chanchar blocked. 7-2. Sejfic with the serve for Spid. Spike is too wide for Snovnia. OKI Fantomi with Grasic in the serve, forcing another good spike once again for Hamcic. I'm sorry for all the friends from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm sorry for my pronounce. I know I'm not mother tongue, so I try. The set, the back set and the block. Once again, Snovnia. 9-3. What a start for Spid. Gino with the serve. Great spike from back row for Ali Basic. Down by 5, OKI Fantomi. Duran with the serve. Couple of spikes deflected and contained for him. The block is too long after the spike of Ali Basic. 9-5. Still Mirsad Duran. Medic blocked. Godiniak, the save. The point is for Spid, 4 touches, 10-5. Hadzic with the serve. Trouble, serve reception for Duran. Not a good body language for OKI Fantomi until this moment in the start of the first set. Troubles again in reception. 12-5. Shocking start for OKI Fantomi, who was dominating everybody in this tournament. Now struggling versus another Bosnian team. 12-6. Powerful cross court. Shnobnia again. Was a foul down the net, so the point is for OKI Fantomi with Godignac serving on Hansic. Block again on the other side. Set with only one hand for OKI Fantomi. Another good spike for Shnobnia. This time the point is for Spid. 13-7 in favor of KSO Spid Sarajevo over OKI Fantomi Sarajevo in the first set of the big final for the first place. The team who will win this game will lift the trophy. Well done this time for Ali Basic. Still down by 5, OKI Fantomi. Mamutovic with the serve. Medic outside. Too wide. 4-point set. Foul down the net. And another point for Spid. 9-14. Medic with the serve. Second touch. Adnan Manko, another top player for Spid. The block again, Manko. What a block. 9-16. Still firmly in the lead, KSO Spid. Again, 3 points in a row for Adnan Manko. Timeout called by Mr. Saad. Spid is perfect in this first set. Let's see if they will be able to keep this advantage until the end of the set. Teams are back on court. KSO Spid 17, OKI Fantomi 9. 8 points of advantage for Spid, still with the Medic in the serve. Floating block. Hamsic on the other side. Another great block, this time for Sejfic together with Manko. Second touch for Gracic. But we are approaching the end of the first set, and the Spid is so far for OKI Fantomi. 8 points to recover for the dominators of Pool A, and also quarterfinals and semi-finals. The touch is too long this time for Sejfic. (18-12) timeout, this time called by Delajdic. He didn't want that his players lose the confidence and the focus. Back on court, 18-12 in favor of KSO Spid on OKI Fantomi, both the teams from Sarajevo. The block, well done. The combo, Cancar and Grasic. 18-13, Manco with the set. Duran once again down the net, good spike for Shnobnia. 19-13 in favor of KSO Spid. Now will be the turn of Adnan Manco with the serve, a top player for KSO Spid, serving long. Spike is out for Duran, and the point is for Spid. Touch down the net for Cancar. 14th point for OKI Fantomi. Spike is too long, nobody touched the ball down the net, said the referee. Duran is asking for a touch of Gino. 21-14, another great advantage for KSO Spid. 7 points. Still in the air, no way for the block for Gino. And the point is for OKI Fantomi. 21-15. Too long, the serve for Grasic. 22-15. Now is the turn of Sejfic. Duran blocked. No way for this save for Adnan Manco. OKI Fantomi 16, KSO Spid 22. Ace! Mircea Duran in a conflict zone. Misunderstanding for the second row of Spid. Another point, another break gained. Let's repeat. Invasion, and the point is for OKI Fantomi, still there. Down by 4, 22-18. Good turn in the serve for Mircea Duran. The ball has been touched by OKI Fantomi and goes out. 23-18. The ball is still in the air. The block again. Manco. Set Medic. Still playing. Was a foul in moving this ball for Śniownia. 23-19. Godiniak with the serve for OKI Fantomi. Not so protagonist in this first set. The number 7, great block. Nizan Chanchar. 23-20, not finished. Still Godiniak with the serve. Manco back on the other side. Troubles for Godiniak, and we will have 4 set points in favor of KSO Spid on OKI Fantomi. At the serve, Śniownia. Serving for the set. Off the blocks, the spike for Chanchar, killing the first set point. Now is the turn of Irsad Mamutovic. Manco. And this is good. The spike for Sejfic, bringing the first set to KSO Spid Sarajevo in front, 1-0 on OKI Fantomi Sarajevo. Stay tuned for the second set of this final for the title. The team who will win this game will lift the trophy. Welcome back to PalaVesuvio, approaching the start of the second set of the final for the title between OKI Fantomi Sarajevo and KSO Spid Sarajevo. First set was in favor of Spid, who will start in the serve. Everything is ready. Will be Shnobnia in the serve. Serving long. The spike for Chanchar, contained. Spike in the net for Mirzet Duran. Is not in a great shape until this moment. A bunch of mistakes for the big man. 1-0 in favor of Spid. The touch is out. Just taking a look of the body language of OKI Fantomi. It's not so beautiful. Still back row for Duran and still blocked. Spid is dominating this game. Totally. 3-0 in the second set. OKI Fantomi will need to improve the performance. This point is for OKI Fantomi. Troubles with the reception for Shnobnia. 3-2. Ali Pasic with the serve. Good spike. For Sefic. Medic with the serve. 4-2. Lefty one. Good job down the net for OKI Fantomi, and another point, the third in this second set for the team of Mirzet Duran. Now with the serve with Chanchar. Let's repeat. Still Chanchar with the serve. Blocked. Another point for OKI Fantomi. We get a tie at 4. Chanchar forcing on the other side. OKI Fantomi can attack. A little misunderstanding. Manco. Adnan Manco with a cross court. 5-4. Now in the serve. The 49-year-old Adnan Manco, one of the legends of Bosnian sitting volleyball. Smooth touch, beautiful for Gorginiak. Grabbing the tie once again, this time at 5. Set by Manco. The block is good on Sefic. 6-5, OKI Fantomi for the first time in this game in the lead. And the net, the serve of OKI Fantomi. Sefic with the serve. Challenge down the net. The ball fell on the ground of Spid. Adnan Manco asking for some explanation from the referee. 7-6. In favor of OKI Fantomi, which step by step is coming into the game after the bad first set. The block. 4 touches. Another point for OKI Fantomi, 8-6. Duran with the serve. No way for the save. Good spike for Gino. Adding Gino. Taking home the 7th point for KSO Spid. Great spike from place 4, Ali Basic. 9-7. Godignac. Troubles in blocking this ball for Shnobnia. 3 points advantage for OKI Fantomi. Still Godignac. Bad attempt for Hamsic to save this ball with a foot. 11-7. Timeout called this time by Delilic. Spid is in trouble. 11-7 in favor of OKI Fantomi in the second set. On the other court, the third place final is probably going to finish because there is Kiev Ukraine in front, 2-0 and 22-17 over Isanti Ortopedie Nola, the Italian team. In the meanwhile, the two Bosnian teams came back on court, serving with a Hamsic. Godignac block. Duran on the other side. Medic contained. The ball touched the net together with the hand of Halibasic. So the point is for KSO Spid. Hamsic. Second touch, well done for Mamutovic. Strong, direct, quick. Mamutovic took home the 12th point for OKI Fantomi. Set by Manco. Spike is out for Shnobnia. 13-9. OKI Fantomi is back. Smooth touch by Manco. Was asking for a touch on the net. OKI Fantomi can attack. Powerful spike. Still in the air. The block, strong block for Sehic. 5 points of advantage for OKI Fantomi. Still with Mamutovic in the fundamental of serve. Good turn with a good break for OKI Fantomi and him. Yellow card for Adnan Manko because he's asking probably too often explanation to the referee. In the meanwhile, Szczesnownia on the bench, Delalic on the court. Another point, OKI Fantomi. Once again, Mamutovic strong in this fundamental. In this moment, Kiev, Ukraine sealed the third place, stepping on the lower place of the podium. Fourth place for Isanti Ortopedianola, the home team, the Italian team, who did just a good thing to arrive to the semi-finals. Cross court, impressive from Ali Basic. Now in the serve, Ali Basic. 6 points of advantage for OKI Fantomi. 7 after this mistake down the net for Spid. Still Safel Alibasic. The block, strong block on Sejfic. OKI Fantomi put the hands on this second set, looking out for the tie in the count of the sets. Another point, mistake. This time it's KSO Spid with a bad body language. OKI Fantomi improved the focus, executing and do what they are able to do. Second touch, 20-10, 10 points of advantage for OKI Fantomi. Still with Safel Alibasic with the serve. Medic putting the ball on the ground on the other side, snapping the turn of Alibasic. Back on court, Edin Gino. Medic with the serve. Manko with the back set. The block on Duran. Cross court is out. Gino said, my bad. It seems nervous, the Speed, all the players. They are down by 10, excuse me, 21-11. We just have to repeat this play. The referee explaining the motivation to Mirsad Duran. Medic with the serve, 20-11. So let's repeat this point. Let's repeat once again after this challenge down the net. This time the ball fell on the ground of OKI Fantomi. 20-12. Powerful Duran, contained, still Duran. On the parallel, the ball has been touched off the blocks at 21-12. 9 points to recover for Spid will be difficult. So, Sehic with the serve. Good spike for Spid. And Adnan Manko in the fundamental of serve. Back row spike, powerful once again for Ali Basic. 22-13. Very good the performance for OKI Fantomi in the second set. The block on Hamsic. OKI Fantomi can attack. Out. No, it's not out. Someone touched this ball down the net. Mamutovic said, I saw them touching this ball. 23-13. Gracic with the serve for OKI Fantomi. The set of Manko. Another block. Mamutovic, go-to guy after an outstanding turn in the serve. Now a presence down the net. We will have 11 set points in favor of OKI Fantomi. Set by Manko. Hadzic killing the first, but 10 more set points for KSO, for OKI Fantomi. 10 chances to tie and split this game at 1. Powerful and ace. Shnobnia with a big serve. Delalic called a timeout without taking some risks. And we are 25-15, the end of the second set with a win of OKI Fantomi over KSO Spid. We get the tie in the count of the sets in this big final between these two teams from Bosnia-Herzegovina. So stay with us for the start of the third set approaching. Welcome back to PalaVesuvio in Naples, approaching the start of the third set of the big final between KSO Spid Sarajevo and OKI Fantomi Sarajevo. Spid won the first set, dominating the first set, and OKI Fantomi won the second, dominating the second set. So let's see what will happen in this third. Good touch from Medic after a good save with the foot by Anzic. Medic in the serve. First point of the third set for KSO Spid Sarajevo. The serve of Medic. Double touch. Manco with the set. Serving on the other side. Again Manco, the cross court. It's a mistake. And another point for KSO Spid, still with Medic in the serve. Little break. Tried once again. Amsic to save with the foot, but no way. First point in this third set for OKI Fantomi. Mamutovic out. This spike of Ali Bajic. 3-1 for KSO Spid. Adnan Manco with the serve, floating on Ali Bajic. Forced to put the ball on outside, but misunderstanding between Shnjobnja and Hadzic. Sehic with the serve for OKI Fantomi. 3-2 the score until this moment in this third set in favor of KSO Spid. We have to wait. There is a trouble for Javed Hamzic. Everything is ready for the start of this play. Let's repeat. It's a big battle every time down the net between the two sides of the blockers. Hadzic on the parallel. What a save. Spid can attack. Well done. There's a foul for Spid, and the point is for OKI Fantomi, who grabbed the tie. Still Sehic. Manco. Smooth touch. Godinjak. Godinjak with the set. The other side, Duran. Sehic. Duran blocked out. Mirzet Duran. We saw him in trouble, totally in trouble in the first set. Stepped up in the second, and now in the third started very well. With a tie at 4. With the serve of Shnjobnja. Excuse me. Was a Sehic. Mistake with the set of Hamzic. 5-4 in favor of OKI Fantomi with Gracic in the serve. The block again, but the ball is still in the air. Mistake for Shnjobnia, and another point for the reigning champs. 6-4. Still with Bemin Gracic with the serve. Change. Shnjobnia a bit in trouble on the bench. On the court, Kapetanovic for KSO Spid. Ace! Misunderstanding in the conflict zone for Spid, and the ball was on the good court. Again, Gracic with the serve. 7-4. Well done from back row. The spike for Halmedin Seyfic. Now in the fundamental of serve. Obviously it's not finished. 7-5. Duran on the other side. Double touch by Godinjak. 8-5. Medic on the other side, the set of Godinjak off the blocks. Once again, good spike for Ali Bajic. Duran. Good stuff down the net for Kapetanovic. Now is the turn of Zevadamcic. Blocked out. The point is for Spid. (9-7). Mistake for Mamutovic. He tried to do something similar in the second set with good success. Not now. Timeout called by Merseyside. 9-8 in favor of OKI Fantomi. But KSO Spid is coming back. Another point for OKI Fantomi, who came out in the best way possible from the timeout. Godinjak with the serve. 10-8. Everything is ready. Godiniak, sorry. Good touch for Adnan Manko. Smart touch for the veteran. Kapetanovic with the serve. Still a balanced game after the two previous sets with the domination by one side and the other. We get the tie at 10 after this mistake of OKI Fantomi. Still Kapetanovic. Troubles in reception and it's an ace. Good impact on the game for Kapetanovic on court in place of Schnobnia. 11-10 in favor of KSO Spid. Powerful block. Another point for Spid. Good break with Muhammad Kapetanovic in the serve. Arrived a whistle before the serve. There is a change. Mamutovic on the bench and Adnan Kashmir on the court. Everything is ready. The serve of Kapetanovic. Kashmir with the save. The block is good, yes. 13-10 and still Kapetanovic. Back on court, Chanchar in place of Sehic. The block down the net, the smooth touch. The ball is still in the air. Medic with a spike. Powerful spike. Taking home another point for Spid. Good one for Seific. Once again. And another timeout called by Mersosed. 14-10 in favor of KSO Spid over OKI Fantomi. Back on court, still with the Kapetanovic in the serve for KSO Spid. 14-10. Let's repeat this point after this challenge down the net. OKI Fantomi down by 4. The priority is to snap the turn of Kapetanovic in the serve. Not like this. No. The referee said that this parallel is out. Was a powerful spike for Seific, but referee said it was out, so 11th point for OKI Fantomi. Smooth touch for Nizam Chanchar. Little break. Was too low this serve for Kashmir, and the point is for KSO Spid. Medic with the serve. Was a quick one. Kashmir still there. Foul. Once again, a point for Spid. 16-12, 4 points of advantage. Troubles and another point, another break in favor of Spid. 17-12, 5 points of advantage. Still with Medic in the serve. Another good break caused by a bunch of very strong serves. Another good defense. OKI Fantomi can attack. The block again. Strong down the net. KSO Spid 18-12. And once again, stepping up, Sejfic, a presence down the net like this, 19-12. Third set is the turn of Spid after the first. Good spike this time for OKI Fantomi. Once again, Nizam Chanchar. Manco with the set. Again. Sejfic is the go-to guy of Spid in this third set. All the points pass through his arms. Troubles in reception. Spid can attack again. And once again, guess who? Yes, Sejfic. How many points in this set for the number 5 of Spid? 21-13. There is a problem for a player of Spid. In the meanwhile, Chanchar back on the bench. And Sehic back on the court. Here we are. The table say okay. Manco. Cross court is out. Nobody touched this ball. Another mistake. This time for Mirza Duran once again. The block. Again Duran contained. Once again, guess who? Yes, Halmedin Sejfic. 23 points for KSO Spid. 10 points of advantage for the white and blue. Still in the air, lucky touch. Duran, good save. Out again, last touch for Sejfic. 11 set points in favor of KSO Spid on OKI Fantomi, 24-13. And again the block, and guess who did this block? The same, Sejfic, 25-13. The same score of the first set in favor of KSO Spid. Now in front, 2-1 over OKI Fantomi. Stay here with us. This is the best sit in volleyball in the Europe. OKI Fantomi versus KSO Spid. Stay here for the fourth set. Stay tuned. Welcome back to PalaVesuvio, approaching the start of the fourth set of the big final of the Champions Cup. After 3 days of 3 intense days of sitting volleyball games, KSO Spid in front 2-1 on OKI Fantomi in an all Bosnian challenge. First point of the set for Spid. In the net, the serve of Kapetanovic. We got the tie at 1. Duran with the serve. Down the net, Gordiniak hold the ball. Medic with the serve, 2-1 in favor of Spid. Gordiniak, Mamutovic, the block, very quick, still in the air, out, and the point is for OKI Fantomi. Celebrated too early, Spid, and lost the grip on display. Gordiniak serving on Medic. The touch on the other side, and it's out. 3-2 in favor of OKI Fantomi. Good spike, defended by Gordiniak. This is out, this cross court for Duran. Duran had a good set in the second, but in the first and the third and in this early fourth, he's not a factor. Mamutovic with the set with only one hand, foul down the net, and the point is for KSO Spid. Serve of Manco. The save set by Manco. Save with the chest by Chanchar. Cross court. It's good. Edingino. 5-3. One break for Spid. Mirza Duran is asking for a repeat. The referee said you have to play yellow card for Mirza Duran. 5-3 in favor of Spid. Still with Adnan Manco in the fundamental of serve. Let's wait. The table says okay. Second referee says okay. Manco with the serve. Set of Mamutovic. Serving for Chanchar on the parallel. Hitting Manco. Fourth point for OKI Fantomi. Mamutovic with the serve. The other side. The block still in the air. Manco for Hadzic. The ball fell on the court of Spid. Another point for OKI Fantomi, who grabbed the tie at 5. Everything is ready. for another serve of Mamutovic in the net, 6-5. Now is the turn of Sejfic, the real protagonist of third set. Good serve. His understanding for OKI Fantomi, who took home the point. Doesn't matter the little argue between Chanchar and Gracic. We get the tie at 6. Duran out. No, the ball has been touched. The point is for OKI Fantomi, 7-6 in the lead. OKI Fantomi still with Ali Bajic in the serve. 8-6. Hadzic. Chanchar on the other side. Powerful cross court for Kapetanovic, who remained on the court in place of Shinovnia. Sejfic with the serve. Excuse me. Was Gino. Off the blocks, the spike of Duran. 9-7. Chanchar from far of the line. Duran on the other side. Spid. Hadzic. Save. Point for Duran once again. Couple of points for the main man of OKI Fantomi. Still Chanchar in the serve. 3 points of advantage for the reigning champs. Let's repeat. Ace! Conflict zone in the no man's land. Four points of advantage for OKI Fantomi in the net. 11-8. Now it's the turn of Jevedamsic. Floater. Duran. Medic. Godinjak. Another point. Still 4 points for OKI Fantomi. Now is the turn of Gracic in the fundamental of serve. Manco with the dig and the block. Godinjak on Sejfic. Timeout called by Delalic. Speed down. 5 points in the fourth set. Back on court after the timeout called by Spid. Sarajevo ready to step back on the court. Shnjobnja in place of Gino, it seems. 13-8 in favor of OKI Fantomi in the fourth set, with Spid in front 2-1. So Shnjobnja on court in place of Gino, so Kapetanovic remained on the game. Everything is ready. Set by Manco. The ball is still in the air without touching the ground. Duran, Manco, Medic, foul, and the point is for OKI Fantomi. 6 points of advantage. It's too early to say, but there are some chances to go to the tiebreak. 14-9, despite this was a point for Spid. Powerful spike, Mirzet Duran off the blocks. Duran with the serve. Let's repeat. It can be a factor in this fundamental. Once again, let's repeat this serve. The result here, always a big challenge down the net. Troubles, reception, and the smooth touches out. 16-9. One set apiece, first and second. First dominated by Spid, second dominated by OKI Fantomi. Third dominated by Spid, and until this moment the fourth dominated by OKI Fantomi. 17-9, 8 points of advantage, and another timeout called by the head coach of Spid. Back on court, still with Mirzet Duran in the fundamental serve, up by 8. OKI Fantomi 17-9 in the fourth, with the result until this moment 2-1 in the count of the sets in favor of Spid. Medic on the other side. OKI can attack. Smooth touch. Medic. Hancic. spike is good. Once again, Ali Bajic off the blocks on the hands of Medic. 18-9. Still Duran in the serve. Good spike for Sefic. But still 8 points to recover for KSO Spid. Medic in the fundamental of serve. With all the power of the arm, Godiniak took home the 19th point for OKI Fantomi. Out. Nobody touched the spike of Sniobnia. 2010. No way for the attacks of Spid, and at the first counter attack of Ali Bajic, OKI Fantomi took home the point, 21-10. Foul. The point is for Spid. 21-11. Seems that this set has gone. Mamutovic off the blocks once again. The spike of Chanchar. 22-11. Mamutovic with the serve. He was the protagonist in the second set. Troubles and misunderstanding. Body language very bad for KSO Spid. Down by 12, 23-11. Spike of Sniornia. Spid with the serve, down by 11. Out. 24-12. OKI Fantomi doubled Spid. So 12 set points and 12 chances to reach the tiebreak for this final. OKI Fantomi. Let's repeat after the challenge between Duran and Shodnia. Good spike for Hamsic. 24-13. Shodnia. Tie break called by OKI Fantomi. So let's wait for the remaining 11 set points. Back on court, Shavnya with the serve, trying to remain into this fourth set. Not like this. 25-13. We are headed to the tiebreaker to decide the winners of the Champions Cup 2026. Right here at PalaVesuvio. Stay here with us for the tiebreaker. The last act of this amazing Champions Cup here in Napoli. Welcome back to PalaVesuvio Naples, the last act of the big final between KSO Spid Sarajevo and OKI Fantomi Sarajevo. We are here for the last tiebreaker after 4 sets, very similar. The first and the third were domination of Spid, and the second and the fourth domination for OKI Fantomi. Let's start this tiebreaker with Mr. Duran in the serve. First point is for OKI Fantomi after the challenge down the net. Still Duran with the serve. Let's repeat. Big silence here, despite the music of the DJ. Now the silence. Duran. Mamutovic Godiniak taking home the break. 2-0. Still Duran with the serve. The ball is on the court of OKI Fantomi. The point is for Spid. Medic with the serve. Edin Gino stepped on the court in place of Hamsik De Libero. Powerful spike. Ali Bajic 3-1 in favor of OKI Fantomi. Godiniak with the serve. OKI Fantomi can attack. Ali Bajic. Another touch for Ali Bajic. 4-1 in favor of OKI Fantomi. KSO Spid will need to be careful. Godiniak. The other side. OKI Fantomi can attack. Mamutovic again. Ali Bajic, go-to guy for OKI Fantomi in this moment. 5-1 and a timeout called by Spid. Bad start for the dominators of first and third sets. It's always a great pleasure to see this level of sitting volleyball, and we are happy to see this with these two Bosnian teams. As we said, Bosnia-Herzegovina is a top country in this movement in Europe, and probably the second in the world behind Iran. 2 Olympics won for Bosnia-Herzegovina. The other Olympics won by Iran, always in final versus Bosnia. So these are the two top movements in the world in this amazing sport. Back on court, OKI Fantomi 5, KSO Spid 1, still with the Godiniak in the serve. The other side, the set by Ali Bajic. Spid can attack. The block again. Little chat between Adnan Manko and the referee. 6-1. Again, Ismail Godiniak serving. This time the spike is good for Sejfic. 6-2. Now is the moment for Spid to do something off the blocks. Once again, Ali Bajic, go-to guy of this tiebreak. 7-2. Now is the turn in the fundamental of serve for Mamutovic. He had a couple of great breaks in the first and the second. The touch is a foul, and the point is for OKI Fantomi. 8-2. What a break once again, and another timeout called by Spid. Now there is the switch of the court with a great moment for the reigning champs who are added to confirm their title. Teams on court. Still Mamutovic in the fundamental off serve. Set by Manko for Hadzic. The save by Chanchar. Alibazic on the other side. The block once again on Hadzic. Spike is good for Gino. 8-3. This is the moment for Spid to come back into this game because could be too late. Once again. Troubles. And again, another point for OKI Fantomi, despite the serve of Sejfic. Safel Alibazic in the serve, 6 points of advantage. 9-3. There is a change for Spid. Gino out and Kapetanovic on court. Kapetanovic had a good moments in the fourth. On the other side, Duran. Another foul and 10-3. This is the real moment, the key moment of this tiebreak. Still with Alibazic in the serve. Another spike in the net, this time for Hamsic. 11-3. I can tell you, OKI Fantomi will win this game, probably. Still in the air, Duran. Set still for Duran. Was an invasion. 12-3. 3 more points to win again the Champions Cup for OKI Fantomi. Another block. The ball is still in the air. The set for Duran. The ball touched the net. Another block. Another spike contained. Duran. What a play. Still in the air on the other side. Spid can attack. Mamutovic. Duran blocked by Hancic. 12-4. Still 8 points to trail for Spid despite this great point won. Everybody claps their hands for this play. Sejfic with the serve. Duran. Again Duran. Another good defense. OKI Fantomi can attack. Second touch spike for Gracic. 13-4. 2 more points for OKI Fantomi. In the serve with Nizan Chanchar. Point is for Spid. 13-5. Hamsic with the serve. Set for Godignac. Challenge. Let's repeat this point. On the other side, well done by Shnobnia. Another point for KSO Spid. Timeout called by Marcel Said. Back on court, 13-6. Hamsic with a serve for KSO Spid, serving on Halibazic, but the point is for OKI Fantomi. 8 match points for OKI Fantomi, 8 chances to remain the champions of the Champions Cup. The serve of Grasic, the set, the touch down the net, the ball is still in the air, set by Mamutovic, from back row! OKI Fantomi won 2026 Champions Cup once again. Another win after 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, also 2026. OKI Fantomi at the tiebreak over Spid Sarajevo in the big derby, won another time and another cup. Great performance despite a couple of sets of such a blackout for them, bad body language, but every time they were able to come back into this win. So big congratulations to this big guy, number 12, Mirza Duran, the leader of OKI Fantomi. Also congratulations to the Spid Sarajevo, who had a great game, especially in the first and the third sets, but in the tiebreak, OKI Fantomi took home the cup. Thank you very much. Now we are headed to the interviews for the protagonists of this game. Stay here with us. Hi. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mirza, a great win once again. You confirm yourself as the champions of the Champions Cup. This was a tough game, especially for you in the first and the third set. How you found the strength to come back and to step up to win this cup?
Yes, it's a great game, great victory for us. This is our ninth champions title. It was very good game. Spid are our old opponent from national championship, from Champions Cup, and we are all members of national team of Bosnia. I know it would be a great game, but it was very difficult.
Now you had to celebrate for this win, and then looking forward the future. What you think? What are your programs?
Yes, we'll celebrate few days, and we are going to Bosnia, and we are continuing our national championship. About 2 or 3 weeks we are playing again with Spid. The winner will be Bosnian champions.
Thank you very much. Congratulations for the win.